Happy Monday. So how many of you had a 3-day weekend? We did not.
3-day weekend? Why? What happened?
Today was Martin Luther King Day.
Oh.
Really?
I work in the medical field at the moment. Gotta tag myself. Holidays are few and far between. There's like 5.
Yeah, well, I work in retail. You get more than I do.
Unlike the federal government, I don't get 30 days here, 30 days there.
Really? All right.
I'm Tony.
I'm Chris. We're the trustees. So if this is your first time tuning in with us, drop a hello down below and let us know where you're from. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you do a hashtag replay so we can circle back and say, hey, thanks for watching. So, I have a question for you guys. How many of you are showing up for yourself? So at the beginning of the year, you probably made some resolutions or some goals to maybe do some self-care for yourself. So we're 3 weeks into the year. So how many of you guys are sticking to that? Anybody? Are you following through? Because we're kind of like our own worst enemies when it comes to that. We can follow through and make sure that everybody else does everything that they need to do, but we kind of forget about ourselves. So
it's the plight of the man. Men are always doing things for the family, everyone around them. Oh, sorry.
The plight of the man. All right. I got some ladies on here that I don't know. You might get some ugly faces here coming up shortly. So I'm just curious. So if you haven't been doing what you wanted to do, then let's just get back on it. Let's just get started and let's pick 1 or 2 things that you wanted to do and get going again, because it's never too late. I was actually thinking about what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight, and you know, people will always set a resolution, aloha Patrick, of, you know, either quitting smoking or losing weight. Well, I actually know some people who decided to not quit smoking at the first of the year, but they were going to do it the 1st of February. Okay, that's great. That was 3 years ago.
No doubt.
They just, you know, it doesn't, do it tomorrow. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do it in a month from now or 2 months from now.
That just means you're not going to do it in the first place. You're just going to fail anyway.
Yeah, so just do it tomorrow. And if you do fail, brush yourself off and get back up and do it again, you know? So just make sure you always say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm not going to wait for Monday. I'm not going to wait for Sunday or whatever day it is. Let's just do it tomorrow and start taking care of you. Because, guys, if you're empty, how do you expect to fill anybody else? You know, you can't.
That was very nice. That's something that would come out of my mouth.
Really?
Yeah,
Opie laughed at that.
Am I rubbing off on you? What's going on here?
So don't just, you know, you have to always fill yourself. So I've talked about this before. We're going to talk about it a little bit again tonight. But you need to take care of you. So you need to set some time aside and just take care of you. And I am thoroughly guilty of this. For the first time in weeks, last night I actually took my phone, set it on my nightstand at 6 o'clock, and I didn't look at it again. That was the first time I've done that in weeks, because I'm always doing something. And I just laid down on the couch and watched TV. That was all I did. He was watching the football game, so that's what I did. I just needed...
I hate you, Tom Brady.
A lot of people do.
Him and his yuppie outfits and his Giselle cream he's putting on his face or whatever to make him 10 years younger. I don't know what he's doing. He's weird. Hate that guy.
All right. You don't even want to get me started. So, we'll just leave it at that, because we all know what kind of tangents I can get on. So, and he's one of them. So, we'll just let it go at that. Okay, so
let me say 2 words to you. Philip Rivers.
No. Oh, don't. Okay. All right, so let's just stop. I'm a Broncos fan. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, I should say. Anyway, okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so let's start working out, yoga, meditation. Pick something that you like. It doesn't have to be that you want to run, 10 miles every morning. It's just so much as walking your dog around the block a couple times just to clear your head. You know what? For me, the best medicine for me is on our bike.
Well, I thought you were going to say taking care of me.
I have to refill my cup.
Oh.
It's about me. It is not about you.
Nothing's more fulfilling than a Tony Trusty.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Is riding on the back of our bike. We have a Harley.
Unfortunately, it's really cold and
it is, but that's why I jones when it starts getting nice. I gotta get out. I gotta get outside.
Skull.
And that's the best way to clear your head. Even if you have a bicycle, go ride your bicycle. That's great too. Just do something that makes you just take your mind off of everything. Okay, so pick something. Okay, I'm just going to give you some ideas, but you can pick whatever you want and just start with one. Remember, just one. And then after 21 days, let's evaluate it and see where you're at. All right, so getting some sleep, okay? We all need that. But you know what? You can get too much sleep, to be quite honest. You can. And it can make you feel like crap when you get too much sleep. If you're not accustomed to it, how many of you feel that way? Like if you've slept 10 hours or 11 hours over the weekend?
I haven't done that since high school.
You feel like crap. You just don't feel motivated to do anything because you've been laying around and, you just got too much sleep. So make sure you're consistent with your sleep time.
The snow advisory keeps coming up on your
this is
screen.
crazy. It's really, really cold, and it's going to get colder. And this advisory keeps popping up on my phone. It's now the third time it's done it since we've started this live. Okay. Snow accumulations and all this kind of good stuff.
Next one.
So keep a journal. Okay? And you can do this on your phone. You can do it on your computer. You can do it, by hand, whatever. Go to the dollar store, get a journal. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just write in it. Write what you're grateful for. We've talked about this before, about gratitude. In the morning, every morning before you leave your house, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Okay? Are you going to talk it out?
You talk a lot. So I'm not sure where I'm supposed to get in there.
Okay. All right. Okay. You just sit here and look pretty.
I know. I'm grateful for my great skin. I'm also grateful for,
Hi, Janet. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so the next thing is how many of you use your phones as alarms? I do. He does not. But we don't have landlines.
I wake up before my alarm goes off.
And that is true. So my phone is right next to my nightstand. I hear it buzz constantly. I do put it not on silent because if there is an emergency, like I said, we don't have a landline. Somebody needs to be able to get a hold of us. So my phone is always next to us. I do use it as an alarm, which is probably a bad thing at this point because what happens is when I get up in the morning, then I swipe my alarm.
She's a snoozer.
But I do that too for 10 minutes. But then what I do is I'm automatically on Facebook. I'm looking to see who contacted me, what happened here, what happened there. Don't. If you have to use your phone as an alarm, that is fine. But then turn it back around and then go do what you need to do for at least an hour. Be intentional with your morning. Make it about you that first hour because if you see something you don't like, your whole day is just messed up because you saw something and it made you mad. Just don't. Don't do it. It's just not worth it. Just keep that phone upside down. Move on. Do something good for an hour before you start looking at that.
What? What did I do?
He's making funny noises over here. All right, so something that I love to do when I go to bed is I love to read Stephen King. He is my favorite. I can get so immersed in that book and what he writes. So if you like to read fiction, go drown yourself in something. Pick what you like, and enjoy it for a half hour. Set a time and say, this is my time. that I'm going to read. That is my time to read. It is library time, as I call it. I love to read at night when I go to bed. What do you like to read?
My music sheets?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
The manuals to the vehicles I drive? Oh,
No, fictional.
Did that touch something?
Fictional.
Oh.
Fictional. Dan Brown.
Dan Brown, only author I really read.
Yeah.
Used to be Stephen King when I was younger, but now it's Dan Brown.
Yeah, I still love Stephen King. He's my favorite.
I'm more intellectual now. I need Dan Brown's crazy 15 direction things he does with his books.
Yeah. It's too much for me. All right.
It's going to be okay.
Listen to a podcast. So if you're out walking, you're out exercising, you're doing whatever you're doing, maybe you're even washing the dishes, listen to a podcast. Something that's inspirational and motivational, that will, help put you on a happier note for the day. So, and there's all kinds of them out there. I don't even need to start to where you need to go. There's a ton of them. Okay, and then the last thing is we all put everything else on a schedule, meaning you put your hair appointment, you put your dentist appointment, your kids' appointments. You make an appointment to be at work between here and here. Book yourself.
My wife puts me on a schedule.
I do. We are, and our dogs.
Do you know
are
how
on a schedule.
spontaneous I was before I met her?
Everyone is on a schedule.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's how I have to work. Everyone is. The dogs are everything. So put yourself on that schedule. See what I'm saying? I've put everybody else on a schedule, but I haven't put myself on a schedule. I haven't dedicated that time to myself, just to me. And that's what you need to do. You need to put yourself on a schedule because you have to recharge. You have to hit that reset button for yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to keep swimming.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Some days that's what I feel like.
Who are you? I was Dory. You didn't get it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
All right. So that's all I got for you for tonight. So make sure, if you kind of have fallen off the path that you wanted to be on, or that you said that you were going to be on at the first of the year, get back on. Start today, start tomorrow. Start tomorrow for sure. But just do it. Just get back on. All right? So. I'll tell you. Yeah, you see the problems, Broncos fans, Vikings. Yeah.
It's not a problem here.
Yeah, it's a problem. It is a problem. All right. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night.